Spoiler alert, I train legs maybe once every 10 days, okay? I don't train for bodybuilding. I never do heavy squats. In fact, I don't ever train heavy, period, with legs. But through functional, performance, explosive-based training, I've been able to develop and build a pretty decent set of quads. And today, I'm gonna show you guys how you can as well. What's up, guys? Chris Cavallini here. Today, I'm going to be putting you through one of my explosive quad workouts. Okay, I like isolating the quads to just really drill them, to build them up, and also develop the strength and the explosiveness that is required and needed to perform some of the functional training that I do and enjoy so much. So this training today, guys, is going to give you the ability to not only develop your quads and build your quads up, which I know a lot of you want to do, right? Quads are something that are highly sought after. They're also a body part that a lot of people seemingly have a difficult time developing. So we're going to rectify that today, and in the process, we're going to perform some movements and exercises that will allow you to build up functional strength, increase mobility, and just overall boost performance. So we already did some stretching, open up the body a little bit. Gonna do 5 minutes on the rower to get a good warm up in. I suggest you do the same. But yeah, it's time to get to work, so let's do it. All right, guys, first set of the day. This is the first of 2 warm-up sets for the quads. We're just gonna do body weight squats. We're gonna do 50 total repetitions. And I'm gonna break it up into 2 or 3 series. Really want to work on just getting a good, nice squeeze in our quads. We wanna work on our range of motion. Bring the hips down as much as possible. Explode up when you reach the peak of the movement. Squeeze the old quad. So we're gonna do 50 repetitions, again, depending on your level of fitness. Break it up anywhere between 2 to 4 sets total. And yeah, it's gonna look something like this. Yeah, I'm a warm-up. Notice how I say the word warm-up, okay? A lot of people, when they hear that, okay, their association is, oh, we're just warming up, and there's this ideological thought process that during the warm-up, you're supposed to try to conserve as much energy as humanly possible because it's only the warm-up. You still have the workout to come. It's not true. In fact, the opposite is true. Just like, a fighter getting ready for a fight, they're going to go harder in training than they do for the actual fight. So come fight day, they're prepared, they're ready to go. When we're doing our warm-up, we're putting forth full intensity. We're getting ourselves conditioned, prepared for the fight, for the battle, for the war that lies ahead, which in this case is the workout. So here we go. Whew. All right, guys, second exercise in today's warm-up. We're gonna do front kicks, okay? I have this little contraption here, the UFC BAS, which is an acronym for Basic Action System, I think. But you don't need this or a bag of any sort to throw a front kick, right? Just trying to get some movement going, trying to open up the hips, get a little blood flow on your lower body, open up your lower back. It doesn't have to be pretty. Obviously, we're all at different levels, but just do your best. And yeah, 50 total kicks, 25 on each leg. Break that up however you'd like, but just get to it. So 20 on each leg, last 5. You guys probably thought that wasn't going to be difficult. The goal is to make the warm-up difficult so the rest of the training isn't as difficult. I can't say it's going to be easy. We don't want it easy. It's supposed to be hard. We want to make it as hard as possible so we get the maximum benefit physically, mentally, and spiritually. You want to stay explosive, guys. When you hit the bottom part of the movement, okay, you want to stay there half a second and explode right back up. Remember, the idea with supersets is you keep it moving, okay? There should never be more than 10 seconds rest in between a superset. And as I'm going down here, and I get down to the lunge position, the way that I bring myself back up is by exploding, pushing off of the quad. Last count. Hey guys, so if at any point of this training session or any other training session you get a little tight in your lower back and your hip flexors or anywhere else, okay, like take a second, stop, and get loose. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. My lower back. I trained shoulders last night, and I was doing some push presses, and I was also doing what the hell, the thrusters. I was also doing some dumbbell thrusters. So my hip flexors and my lower back, a little tight today, a little tighter than normal, even though I got a good warm up in. But I'm gonna take a second, I'm gonna take a moment, I'm gonna take all the time I need, and I'm going to get loose, okay? Because the more we prepare our muscles through mobility, through stretching, through increased and improved circulation, the better our muscles are capable of performing. The less force that is required to actually perform an exercise. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, we got our last set right now of goblet squats and the side lunges. And just like everything, we started strong, we're gonna finish stronger. So, all right guys, next up is a walking lunge. There's two variations of this. There's many variations, I'm sure, but the two variations that we're concerned with today, I'm going to demonstrate. One is a little more advanced, okay? It gets a little more core involved. It's gonna require a little more mobility and range of motion and just overall kind of functionality. But obviously that's why we're training like this, to strive to improve, to get to that point. So if you're not there yet, no worries. Just have it benchmarked in your mind and progressively work towards it. But the first variation of the walking lunge, on this exercise, we're gonna do 3 sets, 10 repetitions on each leg. So you're gonna find a weight that is conducive to that rep count for you. And walking lunge, basically, you know, one foot in front of the other, take a step, you wanna bring it down. And obviously, I'm doing this on the pavement here. I trust myself, I trust my body. You know, I am comfortable lowering my body weight to the point where I'm not gonna, you know, cave my knee in on the pavement. But I definitely don't recommend, if you're a beginner, to do this on pavement. But basically what we're gonna do is, when we take that step, okay, we're gonna take that step and we're basically just lowering ourselves by letting the pressure off of the front leg. The front leg is essentially what's doing the work throughout the movement. So guys, I have a confession to make. I dramatically underestimated just how difficult this would be to document my training, to film it in such a way where I would be able to like intelligently explain certain things, to like maintain an appearance that didn't look like I was absolutely miserable and dying and really struggling. And I hope that the value lies in that, because I am always struggling when I train. It is always hard, it's always grueling. Like most of the time, I don't even want to do it, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm sure that surprises a lot of you guys watching, but what I've learned to just recognize is the payoff is always on the other end of the execution. So you got to do it regardless of how you're feeling, because of the immense benefits. Physical exercise, especially this type of training where you're going hard, you're pushing hard, your heart rate is up, your body temperature is through the roof, you're super uncomfortable, it's hard to breathe, you're struggling, you're pushing to get those repetitions in. That's the type of training that counts. That's the type of training that strengthens this fucking thing right here. So with that said, we're in the home stretch of this workout. We're going to be doing a superset consisting of box jumps, which I know a lot of you guys are going to be super excited to do. Probably the opposite of that, right? A lot of people don't like to do box jumps. We're going to do box jumps, superset it with flutter kicks. Okay, little news flash. Spoiler alert, the reason a lot of people don't like to do exercises like box jumps, like burpees, like jump rope, like this little death machine right here, the assault bike. Get a close up on that bitch if you could. The reason that people don't like to do these exercises is because they suck at it. They suck at it because they never do it. They never do it because they're hard. So the solution, the cure, the way we get through that and alleviate that excuse is to just do it. The more you do it, the less you'll suck at it. And it's one of those things where it never gets easier, you just get better. So anything that you don't like to do, anything that you go in the gym and you kind of see, you're like, oh, fuck that. You see somebody doing it, you're like, nah, that ain't for me. Those are the exercises that you need to actually be going toward and have that be the thing that you do more than anything, okay? Just a good opportunity to kind of just get out of our comfort zone and, improve. The way that we improve is by doing things that, we don't want to do. And I'll be honest, I don't want to do box jumps right now. I know a lot of you guys watching don't want to do box jumps, but you tuned in to this for a specific purpose, and I would hope that purpose is to improve. And the way that we improve is by modeling people who are already proficient at things that we want to improve at, and just doing it too. So we're going to do a superset, 10 box jumps, okay? And then we're going to follow it up with flutter kicks. How many do I have on my board there? Sorry. 15, I think. 15? Okay, yeah. 10 box jumps and then 15 flutter kicks on each leg. Okay, the box jump doesn't have to be pretty, okay? So do your best. Get a good base, right? You want to get to where you get some good traction, good momentum, and you want to just basically explode to where your feet end up on the top of this box. So it should look something like this. Flutter kicks, you want to lie flat on your back, okay? I did a lot of flutter kicks in the military, and we used to do them on the pavement, and it used to chafe up the upper sensitive, delicate area of the asshole, for lack of a better term. So, little trick, if you're doing them on pavement, you want to secure your hands underneath so that upper part of your asshole, as it were, doesn't have the friction against the pavement or whatever surface you're lying on. So this is the flutter kick, guys. Okay, oh, and I forgot to mention, we do flutter kicks just like in the military. We do 4-count flutter kicks. So we're going to do 15 4-count flutter kicks. So it's like this: 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. So this is our second set. Guys, one of the things you probably noticed on my first set is my landing, okay? Don't worry about the fact that perhaps at this point in time you're not able to land a soft landing like that. I just want you to get up there, and honestly, it doesn't matter if you're landing soft or it's hard. Just do you, okay? Work on getting a little better than where you are right now. Do not worry about getting to the level of proficiency that I'm at, or whoever you see online training. In all likelihood, they probably have been training a lot longer than you, have put a lot more time and energy into this. So it's just important not to get discouraged with where you're at. I can't emphasize that enough. I mean, all too often, with my company, Nutrition Solutions, we work with people ranging from professional athletes that are competing at the absolute highest level to just everyday individuals who, for one reason or another, have just let their health kind of slip. Life got a little crazy, and next thing you know, they're 40, 50, 70, 150 pounds overweight. And what's important is you start doing something. You start taking some measure of action or activity that will begin to create some momentum. So you don't want to compare yourself to somebody who's way further along than you because they've been putting in the time longer than you. You want to look at what they're doing, okay? Use any of their advice, tips, guidance, the information that they're putting out, consume it. But the focus should not be to kind of go from where you're at to where you presumably perceive them to be. The goal is to, through the example they set and the information they provide, is for you just to get one step higher than where you are right now. And then once you get to that step, repeat that process. So second set, it's gonna look like this. Hey, Beckham. My cheerleader's here.
Beckham. Hi.
Camera whore. What's up, dude? Whew. Tough day at the office, huh, buddy? I hear you. Don't even think about it. Right now he's thinking, I love my dad so much. He got this turf for me to pee and poop on at leisure. But no, that's not why I got it. But I don't mind sharing because I love you. All right, so at this point of the workout, guys, probably should have mentioned this earlier. I'm going probably 2 minutes in between sets and between exercises, anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes. Obviously, it's intense training. We need a little more time to recover, to normalize our heart rate to where we can jump into the next set and perform it in a way we're actually getting the most benefit. So between exercises, anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes, obviously closer to 2 minutes during the beginning of the training, but as we progress through, take a little extra time to transition between the actual exercises and sets. So let's get this last one in. Can Daddy go back to work? Thank you. All right. Stay. I'm out of here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. All right, guys, this is our second to last exercise of this training session. We're going to do a wall sit, but we're also going to add in a little bit of resistance in the form of a slam ball, medicine ball, whatever the case is. You want to make it as hard as possible. Okay, we're going to do a 30-second sit where we basically are sitting like this. Now, again, some of you might be able to do a 30-pound ball. Some of you guys might be able to do more. Others might not be ready yet for any added resistance. Okay, so what's important is that we challenge ourselves. Okay, it's going to be 3 30-second intervals, and we just want to make it as difficult as possible. So 30 pounds is good, you know, for me, the point where, you know, as I'm in that position, I'm putting a lot of stress and tension, time under tension, under the quads, under some other, obviously, parts of the lower body as well. We're focusing on quads today. So as we're doing this, we really want to think about that quadricep. We really want to have that mind-muscle connection to where we're doing everything in our conscious power to emphasize the load, the majority of the load on our quads, to where our quads are doing the most amount of work. So I've got my phone here to keep time. We're going to do 30 seconds. Time will start now. Ten seconds in, and feels like I've been here all day. Ooh. All right. So on this series, let's rest about 40 seconds in between. Okay, we'll do 30 seconds for the actual movement, and we'll do a 40-second rest period, and we'll crank out 3 of them. So 40 seconds comes around quick. The breath is so important, guys. Focus on your breath, not on the burning sensation materializing in the lower half of your body. Oh, man. Yeah, we want to breathe. Breathe. The more oxygen we have flowing through the muscles, the longer we're going to be able to support the load. And beyond that, when we're breathing and we're being mindful of our breath and we're focusing on our breath, it takes our mind off the discomfort, the burning, the lactic acid that at this point is just prevalent in our body. So whether it's during a workout or in life, I mean, when you focus on discomfort, you're going to get more discomfort, which is why the breath is so beneficial, both with training and every other aspect of life, especially during these last sets, these last couple sets of the day. This is what ultimately moves the needle, and what you do, how you do it, what you do on these last sets, those last few reps, it essentially dictates and determines who the fuck you become. So let's not focus on the fact that it hurts, that it burns, that we're tired, that our lower back is sore, or any of these things. Focus on the breath. Focus on the breath and the fact and the realization that we're improving. As you're experiencing that discomfort, that is an indication that you're getting better. So last set, 30 seconds. get as deep as possible and just get after it. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys, you've made it this far, but you know what they say. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we're about to finish strong. The last exercise of today's workout is jump squats, okay? I'm gonna show you two different variations. One is more for individuals that might not be quite yet at the intermediate or advanced level. Jump squat, it's a very simple but just very impactful, explosive movement, okay? We're going to essentially go down into a squat position, just like we would normal bodyweight squats, and then instead of just kind of pushing ourselves up through the heels to the top, we're going to explode from this position into a jump. And when our feet hit the ground, we go back into the squat position and then repeat. Okay, we're gonna do three 20-second rounds. Okay, this exercise is phenomenal, not just for conditioning of your quads, but also for high intensity interval training, which is the best form of cardio and without question the most efficient way to burn fat that there is. Of course, you know, obviously the diet is most important, but provided your diet is on point, the best way that you can burn fat from a cardiovascular standpoint is via high intensity interval training. So first version is like this, where we're squatting down and jumping up, okay? Try to land soft. And when you jump up, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to really like elongate your body, all right? Like try to have your nose and your chin touch the sky. Okay. All right, guys, the other way that you can perform this exercise is with a resistance band. You're gonna secure your resistance band to something, to where something on the ground, you're going to step in the resistance band like so. All right, you're going to obviously wrap it around yourself to where, you know, there's a little bit of tension. Go ahead and back up because I'm gonna have to step forward. And you're gonna step forward to where there's tension on the band, where it's secure, and where when you facilitate the range of motion of the squat jump, you don't lose the tension. There's constant added tension on your body via the resistance band. And again, this is something, this is gonna for sure be the more explosive, advanced version of this exercise. Start wherever you are, but obviously we wanna progress to get to the point where you're able to do this. It's an awesome exercise. I love it, and yeah, it's gonna go like this. 20 seconds, get after it. No joke. If you guys were able to do that and it was your first time, leave me a comment, let me know how it went. That, my friends, is a wrap. That was a good one. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys following along. If you got something out of it, please tell a friend, share the wealth, spread the knowledge, spread the love, and make sure you subscribe. Apparently, in the YouTube world, I've been told that is an important thing for me to remind you guys to do. So if you enjoy the content, please pay it forward by hitting the subscribe button, tell a friend, and yeah, appreciate it. Beyond that, the biggest compliment that you can ever, give me is by simply putting into action the things that we're talking about, the things that I'm taking the time to share and pass along to you guys. All this stuff, true, tried and tested, battle tested. It has helped me make just remarkable progress in my life. And with that said, I just feel I have a responsibility to pay it forward and to share that information and what's helped me get to where I am today. And obviously, just like everybody watching, I have a long way to go. I am nowhere near where I want to be, but that's okay. What's important is that we get up every single day with the deliberate intention to improve. And in life, in this game, this ruthless game of life, make no mistake about it, it is a game, and there's a game being played. You got to get out there and you got to play to win. And the best way that you can do that, the easiest way that you can do that, is to proactively seek out opportunities every single day to get a little better. You do that day after day, week after week, month after month. That, my friends, is the recipe, the formula, the equation, if you will, to a winning life. Much love, guys. We'll see you next time.